Here it is. The news about the coronavirus. That's right. The news about the coronavirus.
Now Steve has returned to work, helping serve and protect the Oakwood community. It felt great. I was here taking care of people for a long time, but I love what I do. I love my job. I love where I work. I love the people I work with. And so it was just one of those things that was like a breath of fresh air to be able to get back in and doing
the news about the coronavirus.
And it's still exciting to get up and go to work.
That's right.
To help beyond the city
the
limits,
news about the coronavirus.
To the Community Blood Center in Dayton to be used as a potential treatment to help others battle severe symptoms of the virus. He hopes others who have recovered can do the same. It's kind of selfish for me to go, I have antibodies and I could donate plasma, but I don't feel like it because I don't like needles. It's kind of selfish when somebody else is really, really sick and maybe dying from it, and what I have potentially could help them. So it's kind of not even a question. Steve plans on donating as many times as he's allowed, as long as it's helpful. And ultimately, he's grateful that things turned out as well as they did for he and his family. God uses us in ways that we have no idea about to accomplish purposes, to help other people. When I look back at the last few months with COVID and with how it affected me and how it affected my family, but then on the other side of that, then being able to help other people who otherwise I would not have been had I not had the illness, it kind of puts it in perspective. And as an added bonus to a roller coaster ride of emotions over the past 2 months, Steve, who decided to return to Cedarville University 3 years ago, just celebrated a major milestone. God prompted me to go back and get my master's, and so I just graduated, virtual graduation, this past weekend with my master's in ministry. And while he doesn't plan on leaving Oakwood Public Safety anytime soon, he does plan on using his new degree every day. My job a lot is about ministry. Ultimately, ministry is about people. And so I have already been able to take what I've learned and apply that to my specific
Here
job
it is.
now. That when you
the news about the coronavirus.
People, and when you can show them God's love, and when you
That's
can
right.
actually step up and put yourself in
the
their
news
shoes,
about the coronavirus.
it makes me a much more competent police officer, firefighter, and EMT who can have compassion for other people. For Spectrum News, I'm Tino Bovenzi.
Something we can always use more of, especially right now, is positivity, and there's a new challenge being promoted in the state to spread some. Ohio's Strive for 5 challenge is encouraging people to check in on their loved ones during this difficult time. The challenge is simple. All you have to do is find 5 people in your life and check in with them every day for the next 30 days. The challenge is a new statewide awareness campaign to help individuals and families cope with feelings of anxiety, stress, and isolation during the pandemic. The Strive for 5 challenge was developed by the New York Coalition for Behavioral Health and has been brought to the Buckeye State by the Mental Health Addiction and Recovery Services Board of Lorain County. On this weather, it certainly doesn't seem like it. Ohio restaurants
the
are
news
hoping
about
to
the
welcome
coronavirus.
customers back to their patios next weekend.
That's right.
The governor's decision
the
to allow
news
restaurant
about the
patios to
coronavirus.
open was long awaited by owners, but there are a lot of preparations and safety precautions to be put in place. Restaurant management says there are additional expenses to these safety measures, but it's worth it.
Enhance our guest and staff safety by, staff uniform masks, building barriers or plastic guards to make sure that tables are within guidelines. Things like that where it's something where that expense is something that's atypical for us, but we're extremely willing to do.
They say operating at less than full capacity will be difficult, but it's better than not being open at all. A new mother in Northeast Ohio says she experienced a whirlwind of emotions dealing with her pregnancy during the coronavirus pandemic. But despite that, she's grateful to be celebrating her first Mother's Day with her newborn baby boy. After trying to get pregnant for 3 years, Hannah Lockhart says she never imagined that she'd be celebrating her first Mother's Day this year. She also didn't think she would be pregnant and giving birth during a global health pandemic. And to complicate matters even more, Lockhart gave birth to her son Liam 2 months before her due date. She says the experience of pregnancy and childbirth during such an uncertain time has reminded reminded her what's most important and what Mother's Day really means.
It'll just be me and my son, so I guess that's kind of what it's meant to be, you know, to celebrate moms. But I'm just so thankful to be a mom because, like I said, I didn't know if that would ever happen a year ago. So it'll be good to spend it with him.
Little Liam has been at University Hospital's Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital since he was born about a month ago, and Hannah has not left his side. She says Liam is making progress and hopes to bring him home soon. So happy Mother's Day to Hannah and all of the moms out there. Many of us having to bundle up on this Saturday, but the sun did return, which was certainly welcomed. Let's see what's in store for the rest of the weekend with an updated check of your weather on the ones.
I'm Andrew Kozak with your Weather on the Ones forecast right here on Spectrum News 1. Appreciate you joining me as we turn the page on the second half of the weekend. Make sure to join me on Facebook at Andrew Kozak TV. Same deal on Twitter, Instagram, and on Snapchat. All right, so let's start off with a look first at the freeze warnings. Not for Cleveland Metro. For many of us, though, across northern and eastern Ohio, we will be down very close to, if not at freezing, by the time we get into the morning hours on Sunday. That freeze warning goes until 8 a.m. Then Sunday afternoon, we warm things up pretty quickly, introduce thunderstorms. So Sunday might be a weird day. I know it's Mother's Day, but it might be a weird day, feeling like winter to start, spring to finish. A better bet to get outside Tuesday and Wednesday for sure as temperatures climb, and we hold the rain off. Rain returns late next week. So let's get a few headlines going for you. Freeze warnings to the east. That's us. Patchy frost to the west. That's out west. We will continue to be looking at a really, big rush of air in the morning from the southwest. And that means that we start off cold, but we'll start to see those temperatures increase by about 5 to 10 degrees per hour Sunday morning. Milder with gusty southwest winds, of course, and then those afternoon storms. On Monday, cloudy and cooler, maybe a shower. Monday's not going to be so great, but Tuesday and Wednesday can be a lot better. Satellite radar shows we were dealing with not only cloud cover today, but also some lake effect snow flurries early on, sprinkles, and even a stray shower the rest of the afternoon. That comes to an end overnight as we bring in some clear to partly cloudy skies. Take a look at the skycast for Cleveland through Sunday afternoon. So overnight, we'll certainly have those mixed skies out there. Then what happens as we get into the morning hours, the clouds start picking up. Lunchtime temperatures, though, will still be in the mid to upper 50s. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a warm, relatively speaking, day. And then by the time we get to about 5 is when the clouds really picking up and we bring in some showers. We'll have some rain lasting through the night, Sunday into Monday. We'll take a look at that here with your Futurecast. Here's a look at 7 o'clock. Temperatures in the 30s, again, just east and south. Very close to, if not flirting with freezing. 50s by the afternoon. There comes the round for showers and thunderstorms. 6 o'clock at night. There's 8 o'clock at night. And some of those orange and yellows indicate even a few downpours. We'll continue that and maybe even briefly end it as a period of flurries. They won't stick around, but just to show you that Monday starts off pretty cold. And then we start to increase our temperatures by the time we get into next week. So, Sunday's warm, relatively speaking. Showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. I'm tracking your 7-day plan coming up in less than 10 minutes.
There are now new concerns in U.S. coronavirus hotspots. More about the new syndrome researchers believe may be connected to COVID-19. That story still ahead.
As the nation's doctor, I often get asked, what should I do if I think I might have coronavirus? People who are sick should stay home. You don't go to an emergency room. You don't go to a clinic. You get on the phone and you ask for advice and instructions from your physician. We don't want you to go into the ER or the doctor's office without talking to them first because you might spread coronavirus to someone else. Please visit coronavirus.gov for more information.
We know your Ford is an essential part of your life.
Even if you're driving less right now, maintenance and service is still important.
That's why your local Ford dealership and their technicians are here to help.
We can pick up your vehicle, service it,
And then return it right to your driveway.
A fast, simple service appointment. And, most importantly,
you don't need to leave your home to do it.
Call your local Ford dealer to make an appointment today. We'll handle the rest.
meteorologists at Spectrum News 1.
IRS volunteers getting bonus pay, as well as a handful of national parks, will be the first federal workers to return to work. The Trump administration says its phased plan for returning nearly 2 million federal workers is heavily based on local conditions in the pandemic. Some unions representing these workers say the guidelines are too loose. They fear the administration will rush back federal workers to try to jumpstart the U.S. economy. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which is the country's most visited national park, reopened on Saturday. Some mixed news coming out of an early coronavirus hotspot. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says the rate of new cases and hospitalizations continue to fall, but 3 children have now died. Cuomo said of what may be a COVID-19 related illness. Meanwhile, more states eased restrictions in time for the weekend and allow more businesses to open their doors. Karen Capa reports from Washington.
As New York State's rate of coronavirus hospitalizations and new cases trend downward, a troubling trend. Dozens of the youngest New Yorkers afflicted with a possible COVID-19 related illness.
It's more an inflammation of the blood vessels, which can then cause problems with their heart.
Governor Andrew Cuomo said Saturday at least 3 children have died, and the state is working with the CDC to respond to the illness.
These children happen to have the COVID antibodies or be positive for COVID, but those were not the symptoms they showed when they came into the hospital system.
Experts say it is too soon to tell what it really means.
Right now, this is new data. We do not know exactly what it means or how to interpret it in the context yet of this epidemic.
New developments like that in New York underscoring why some worry states are reopening too quickly.
If we want to get to the other side of this, we have to be more thoughtful, not just as a state, but as a country.
California, one of the first states to issue a stay-at-home order in March, started to allow curbside retail pickup Friday, and on Saturday, Los Angeles opened trails, parks, and golf courses.
I tell you what, I feel a lot safer coming here under the guidelines that we're doing than I do going to the grocery store.
At least 47 states will have loosened coronavirus restrictions by Sunday. I'm Karen Capa reporting.
Still ahead, a coronavirus success story. How one Ohio man beat a grim diagnosis that doctors didn't think he would make it through. We'll bring you that story and more right after the break.
All right, so we start Sunday morning off with freezing or slightly above freezing temperatures. By the afternoon, we're in the 50s and 60s, tracking showers and thunderstorms. Big difference from morning to night. I'm meteorologist Andrew Kozak. A look at your Sunday and your 7-day plan coming up with your weather on the ones.
Our communities are driven by the businesses that keep us all moving. From helping you sell cars virtually to working side by side with auto dealers, we are dedicated to helping your business move forward. In a moment filled with unknowns, Spectrum Reach Automotive is facing this as we always do, with a commitment to the future of your business. We want to help protect your business, to help you plan for the future. Together, we will rebound. Head to SpectrumReach.com/auto to let us know how we can help you.
About storytelling. I guess I fell in love with news because it's the real story of us. It's the real story of community. I'm Mary Lee Melendez, anchor reporter at Spectrum News 1.
Weather in Ohio is changing all the time.
We get winter one day and 60s the next.
At Spectrum News 1, our goal is refreshingly simple.
We bring you an accurate, reliable, and local forecast every 10 minutes.
We have an incredible, experienced team of people.
We don't just know about the weather, we know about Ohio.
You never have to wait for your forecast with your Weather on the Ones.
Weather on the Ones, every 10 minutes, exclusively on Spectrum. Spectrum News 1, a new kind of news channel dedicated to refreshing storytelling and empowering communities across the Buckeye State. With your local forecast every 10 minutes and all of the essential news you need 24/7. Plus, in-depth shows and exclusives focused on your community. Always Ohio, always refreshing, always on. We are Spectrum News 1.
exclusively on Spectrum.
Maybe I'll run for president, maybe I won't, but I will tell you that I'm not going to go away.
I don't think Michigan can become the Michigan of old.
We're probably the first professional sports team in the world that was built by the fans.
We're the biggest ice cream shipper in the nation, setting the standard for American ice cream.
I get to live my dream. I mean, what more could I ask for?
Conversations, Sunday and Tuesday night at 9 on Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum.
I'm Andrew Kozak, back with your 7-day plan, coming up here in just about a minute 30. Thank you so much for joining us here on Spectrum News 1. Appreciate you. As we get into your Sunday, we start off with a freeze warning, and then we end up with the severe weather potential for the afternoon. Unbelievable, right? So your Sunday starts out feeling like winter, ends up more like spring. Main threat for the afternoon, and by the way, it's just a marginal risk, but the main threat would be strong winds and maybe some hail, in addition to some heavy downpours. So the storm chances still up there on your Sunday, about 60%. Monday it goes down. Could see a scattered shower, but take advantage of your Tuesday and your Wednesday because those would be the better days of the upcoming next few for you to get outside finally. I know Sunday's Mother's Day. By the way, happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. But as we get into your overnight, we'll start things off with clear skies and partly cloudy skies toward the morning. So let's take a look at the freeze warnings. They're not for the Cleveland metro, but for those areas just to the east and south. What we're going to see here are temperatures that will be flirting with around 32 degrees. So just be careful out there. Make sure to cover any plants if you can. Even if you're just outside walking the dog, keep in mind Akron over toward Cleveland. First thing in the morning, temperatures could feel like the upper 20s. And then we all warm up. Strong southwest winds, and then we'll introduce those chances for storms. So here's your future guess. Sunday morning, we're fine. Even by lunchtime, we're warm, windy, and we're starting to get that rain coming in. Not by lunchtime, but by about 5 o'clock is when we'll have our first few drops. That lasts throughout the night and into the early part of your Monday. You could briefly end it as a period of maybe a few flurries, and then Monday morning is cold in the 30s, kind of raw and damp throughout the afternoon in the 40s. So once we get through Tuesday, things are a lot better. Sunday highs, 58 in Cleveland, 58 in Mansfield. Sunday's sort of a sneak preview of what spring should at least almost feel like. Still below average, we should be near 70. And we'll get there. First Tuesday, Wednesday, 50s and mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're pretty much where we should be for temperatures, but we'll be tracking a chance for showers and some thunderstorms.
Here's a story of success. An elderly man who was so sick that doctors thought he would die from the coronavirus is now making a surprising recovery. Spectrum News 1 reporter Sheena Elsie shows us how he's making it through.
This is the day 76-year-old Gary Campbell never thought he'd see.
That's it.
The recovery he never thought he'd make.
Both hands on the mark.
The home and family he never thought he'd spend time with again after he went on a cruise and came back sick with the coronavirus.
It was severe cough, very severe cough, congestion, headache. And immediately, based on my symptoms, sent me to the ER at Westchester Hospital. Basically, that's all I remember for 45 days.
Gary was put in a medically induced coma. He was so sick, doctors had to keep him sedated to get him on a ventilator to help him breathe. But that wasn't the only problem.
He started to swell. He blew up to 100 pounds more than he is right now. Then his kidneys functioning, and the rest of his body started shutting down. At that point, I did not think that he would make it.
Doctors didn't think he'd make it either.
We said, the chance to survive is low.
He was being treated at University of Cincinnati Hospital, where he was not only on the ventilator, but given multiple medications for the infections he'd developed on top of the virus. But doctors say something happened when they started making changes.
I think the main thing was how we played with the ventilator. But we played with the oxygen and the pressure and the volumes of air we provide to patients. And honestly, I think that was the most crucial part of his treatment.
Gary slowly started recovering, getting better, and woke up in a hospital bed 45 days later.
I'm not sure I really remember if there was a reaction. It's kind of like, oh, bad dream. It was just a bad dream.
But he credits his family of doctors, nurses, and relatives who helped him heal, who are still helping him recover.
Terribly, terribly weak, as you can imagine, for the amount of time I spent in the hospital. But you know what? Standing and walking has receded.
Walking away from a virus that nearly took his life. But he made it. He made it.
It's not about me. It's that others see that you can survive.
I'm Chanel for Spectrum News.
Remembering rock icon Little Richard. Coming up in our next half hour, we learn more about the trailblazing singer-songwriter and his legacy. But first, here's Ohio Voices.
I have been in Athens for close to 20 years. It's the opportunity to work with students and really the reward that I get out of mentoring them, recruiting them, understanding what moves and what motivates them, how they create media. The other thing that really motivates me is how they grow as a person and really move on from this 18 to 22, 23-year-old frame of life, which is very short in the grand scheme of things. They have a full life, and I really like to see that touch points, have touch points with them, just see how their family grows, how their career grows, how they give back in a fluid way, and it's always a two-way conversation. That really inspires me to keep going every day in this space.
Your business is crushing it. New orders just keep coming. And this is the one that can take you from local business to national distributor. No time for slow internet. With Spectrum Business, you've got this. That's because Spectrum Business delivers the fastest internet speeds. So you can turn this into this, and this, and this. With over 99.9% network reliability, you'll always be able to deliver. Spectrum Business. We keep small business running.
We need an opportunity to see every corner of the state. We want to empower our communities and redefine what a news channel can be.
Every morning, the people of Ohio have the opportunity to wake up and start fresh.
We want to be a different kind of news channel, putting storytelling and community first.
Well, it's really humbling to be invited to our neighbors' homes and help them plan their day. Welcome to Your Morning News. I'm Sophia Constantine. Let's take a look at your weather on the ones. We've got a large band of precipitation.
Your Morning News, weekday mornings on Spectrum News 1. Spectrum News 1, a new kind of news channel dedicated to refreshing storytelling and empowering communities across the Buckeye State. With your local forecast every 10 minutes and all of the essential news you need 24/7. Plus, the best shows and exclusives focused on your community. Always Ohio, always refreshing, always on. We are Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum.
Maybe I'll run for president, maybe I won't, but I will tell you that I'm not going to go away.
I don't think Michigan can become the Michigan of old.
We're probably the first professional sports team in the world that was built by the fans.
We're the biggest ice cream shipper in the nation, setting the standard for American ice cream.
I get to live my dream. I mean, what more could I ask for?
Conversations, Sunday and Tuesday night at 9 on Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum.
Welcome back to Spectrum News 1. I'm Mary Lee Melendez, and we continue to bring you the latest information on the coronavirus at the top and bottom of each hour. The FDA commissioner will be in self-quarantine for the next 2 weeks after coming into contact with a person who tested positive for COVID-19. He's also a member of the White House Coronavirus Task Force. Meanwhile, Italy says a near record number of people were released from the hospital in the past day. The country has been in lockdown for 2 months due to the virus. Its confirmed number of cases is more than 218,000. And we'll have much more on the pandemic in just a few moments. But first, let's go ahead and get a check of your weather on the one's forecast.
Starting the second half of the weekend with another cold morning. In fact, some areas will still be looking at a freeze warning, mainly in eastern Ohio. Then everybody has a chance for showers and even some strong thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. So it feels like winter to start. It'll definitely feel like spring to finish with warmer temperatures. There's the freeze warning. Doesn't quite hit Cleveland, Columbus, or Cincinnati, but the east side for sure, bordering Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and northeastern Kentucky. Once we get into the mid-morning, temperatures will warm back up. These were your Saturday highs. In many cases, 20 to 25 degrees colder than where we should end up for this time of year, and that's mainly in the upper 60s and low 70s. Sunday a little better, but we will track some afternoon thunderstorms. Cincinnati 63, Columbus 61, even Cleveland rebounds to around 58 degrees, 61 in Dayton, Toledo, Akron, Canton, upper 50s and low 60s pretty much everywhere. Lima, Findlay, and Athens, temperatures range from the mid to upper 50s to low 60s. I'm back tracking your chance of storms and your 7-day plan right here with your weather on the ones.
Ohio restaurants can open their patios to customers this Friday. While owners are excited to welcome people back in, it does come with some uncertainty and, of course, a lot of preparation. Our Alexa Mislowski has more.
Well, it may not seem like it with this weather, but restaurant owners are hoping patios like this one are full of people by this time next week.
I think the guidelines they've given us are encouraging. They didn't put a percentage on it, which is a big deal, I think, for us. You know, a place like us, we're lucky. We have a lot of space.
Luke Purcell is the brewmaster at Visions and Brewing Company. He's been waiting to reopen his doors since March and says it's all about doing it right and holding safety to the highest regard.
Everyone's going to have to get creative in their